Hi everyone, this is Tiffany, also known as the Perfectly Wise. I'm coming here in contribution for Jessica and the Feminine Frequency group. You will indulge me, I'm at home and there are blue lights in my living room, which I love, so I decided to switch on the blue lights here. But my presentation here in contribution for Jessica and the Feminine Frequency group for this, you could say ritual or spell or practice, so to speak. This is an affirmation. The title of it is The Victory of the Hero. And for some context here, I channeled this affirmation about 2 years ago during what was a very important moment in transition within my life, sort of within my living circumstance and also just within my general life direction. And there were admittedly, many various moments there where I felt like I was sort of like about to lose the day, so to speak, lose the moment, lose the day, whether it's to very toxic, increasingly toxic, weird, funky interpersonal relations and interactions, conversations, whether it was, successfully manifesting ideal outcomes that I wanted for myself as far as where I wanted to go in my work, within my living situation. There were various moments there where, and there's kind of a story of this within Greek mythology, the 12 labors of Hercules within Greek mythology, this notion here wherein in getting to this other part, this other high aligned and just better place in my life and moving forward, there was kind of this notion here, this theme here of kind of going through these trials and tribulations in order to get to that place and having various moments where it's like you kind of question, I certainly sort of questioned, am I going to be successful? Am I going to win this moment? Am I going to have victory, so to speak? And in moving forward within your life, making transitions, there can be, you might perceive here, there might be a certain feeling that yourself, you're a hero, so to speak, making that sort of bold movement forward and onward, so to speak. So that's what, the channeling here of this affirmation came out. And that's what I'm contributing and passing that along to yourself. There's very much a strong notion here. Certainly the guides here that I perceived really assisted in not only channeling this affirmation, but also in kind of putting together this ritual. There was very much a strong sort of warrior, energy that I was getting, whether it's of Sekhmet, Athena, Freya, these very sort of strong women, feminine energy, so to speak, that sort of influenced it. So I'll share that, affirmation for yourself in case that will help you. Like I said, I'll also include some accompanying words as well. So, if that sort of helps as well. So I'm going to go ahead and say that right now, the affirmation. So, 1, 2, 3. I am strong, wise, and victorious. I am brave. I am courageous. I am the lion lady, the lady with the wise owl perched on her shoulder and the snake coiled at her feet. I am Athena. I am Sekhmet. Victory is mine. On this day and all days, I am God itself. And as God, I radiate strength, courage, and most of all, love. Victory is mine on this day and all days. So that is the affirmation. Like I said, I will include some accompanying words there to help out. And to clarify here, this quality here of victory, so to speak, of being the hero and victory, full disclosure, if you find yourself bringing energies of feeling like you're better than others, feeling like in being a warrior, you are dominating others. If those are the kind of energies and assumptions that you're bringing to the table here in reciting this affirmation, and in the ritual that I have kind of outlined there in the written, in the written words there, I would suggest performing this sort of speaking this affirmation in the morning in the mirror. Is a certain sort of like putting your game face on in the morning, so to speak, kind of what this affirmation I perceive and believe and feel captures, so to speak. But if there's a notion and a quality here where you bring sort of those assumptions of being better than others, of dominating others, of operating from the ego, so to speak, as opposed to from the heart, and declaring those words and understanding the truth of those words for yourself, I would suggest that you take a step back. Those moments when we bring those assumptions, I believe are very perfect moments where we can kind of step back and re-examine, okay, what unhealed aspects do I have and possess within my own self that I need to examine and pull apart, number one. And also, number two, what gaps exist there as it relates to my own ascension and growth process. In bringing those sort of assumptions of the ego, of feeling like you're better than others, operating from that space, you might perceive here where that's almost like a ding, ding, ding to yourself to re-examine, okay, what are those gaps there in my own growth process and my own sense of achieving mastery within my own self? Because the idea here is victory. When we speak of victory, at least what I perceive here in speaking to victory and success, it's not about trying to be better than others and about dominating anything within the material world or others around you. It's a quality of mastery and a certain courageous, brave, and assuredness of who you are as a divine being, number one. And also this notion here where despite whatever trials and tribulations you might find yourself going through or experiencing, you always are going to be successful. You will triumph. You will be better than the moment. You have the capacity to rise to the moment. So that's really kind of more so what the affirmation and the accompanying practice and ritual really is more purported in offering and presenting for you. And I believe for all of us. Certainly that was sort of the intention and when it came and channeled to myself. So I hope that helps. Thank you as always, Jessica, and just for everyone here in the Feminine Frequency group. Admittedly, there can be some moments here. I kind of live now all the way here in China, so there can be these moments where there's a bit of isolation and feeling a bit displaced from home. But moments like these and platforms like these really help to, among other things, kind of breach that connection back to home and just generally to other light workers and really awesome healers and folks who are doing great work in service of community. So that's awesome, and I'm so grateful to have that platform and to provide that contribution. So I hope that helps. Thank you, everyone. Hope everyone's having a beautiful day, and I will sign off with that. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.